Hello viewers, welcome to the session of English for my world. Well, language is dressing of thoughts, as said by Samuel Johnson, the first lexicographer. We dress our thoughts, and for that dressing we need language, right? We will try to look at making comparisons today. How to compare two different things, two different items, or two different dresses, right? For instance, imagine we have two characters, one by name Vijay and the other by name Victor. Vijay has bought a pair of shoes, and he's now trying to show those new shoes very happily, very pleasantly to his friend Victor. Let us see how Vijay and Victor compare these new pair of shoes with the other brands available in the market. Because usually when we buy a new thing, we talk about it, the quality, the durability, the price of it, and the comfortability of it, how comfortable the product is. So we discuss all these things when we buy something new. So let us begin with Vijay, who bought this new pair of shoes. Vijay says to Victor, "How do you like my new shoes? How are they?" Victor says, "Ah, nice. How much did you pay for them?" Vijay, "I have bought the shoes for 2,500 rupees. Victor, "Ah, that's too expensive. What waste of money. What waste of money." Vijay says, "Well, these shoes are 2 times as durable as other brands available in the market. I think it's all right to pay 2,500 for this kind of long-lasting shoes." Victor says, "But they are 3 times as expensive as other shoes, other brands available in the market." Vijay responds, "Well, other shoes, the other brands that are available in the market may be cheaper, but they are not as comfortable as these shoes. You know, they are very comfortable. Why don't you try them, Mr. Victor," is what Vijay says. "Why don't you try on you, Victor," is what Vijay says. Now Victor wears the shoes and tells that, "You are true, you are really correct. These shoes are very comfortable, really comfortable. I think I'm going to buy a pair for myself." So that's how the conversation goes. That's how the conversation proceeds when we compare two things, or two different brands of shoes available in the market. This is one context where two friends are discussing the quality of shoes, or comparing shoes that they have purchased. So what new expressions are we learning out of this context? How do we compare things, or how do we compare two different things? Because Vijay, while talking about his shoes, he said, "As durable as expensive as, they are better than any other shoes. They may be expensive when compared to other shoes." All these are used to compare two different things, right? So let us now look at these phrases, these expressions that are used in comparing two different things, right? Let me write these things on the board and try to explain those expressions so that you can easily recall the context when you want to use these expressions in your spoken communication, in your day-to-day interaction. It becomes easy for you if you can recall the context and retain the text so that you can reproduce in the time of your need, right? So what are the expressions that we have used? They are as durable as expensive as. Okay, so they are as durable. They are two times, I said, Vijay said to Victor, they are two times as durable as other shoes in the market. Durability. When we talk about durability, long lasting. The life of a product is long lasting. Previous days, we had Bajaj scooters advertisement on television. So the tagline, the punchline for these Bajaj scooters was value for money for years. I repeat, value for money for years. So whatever money you are paying, that money is valued for years because the product is durable, because the product is long lasting. So those days the Bajaj scooter advertisement was value for money for years. So when you say value for money for years, the tagline, the punchline reflects or it denotes the long lasting nature of the product or the durability of the product, the life of the product. So we can say as durable as the other shoes available in the market. This is the best quality, the best in quality, the top in quality. Similarly, it may be as expensive as other brands. It may be two times as expensive as other brands. However, it is long lasting. They also used the words such as, Vijay said, very comfortable. The shoes are very, very comfortable. Why don't you wear the shoes? Why don't you try these shoes? Why don't you try yourself? You can try and tell me how comfortable they are. Very comfortable. And when Victor wore those shoes, he felt the comfortable nature of the shoes, and then he said, they are comfortable indeed. They are really comfortable, so I'm going to buy a pair of shoes for myself. So these kinds of expressions are what we need to recall in the form of this context. In the form of this context, you can recall these words. So whenever you think about talking about a brand, you can talk about durability, long-lasting nature. When you talk about the comfortable nature of the product, how comfortable the product is, you can say it's very comfortable, very durable, long-lasting. All these expressions, right? If similarly, imagine you are comparing the price of two commodities available in the market. For example, fruits. Take for example fruits. For example, bananas are cheaper. They're cheaper than mangoes, because usually mangoes are costly. bananas are less costlier when compared to mangoes. Similarly, when you are comparing you can write the sentence in a different way. Mangoes are more expensive. They are more expensive than bananas. They are more expensive than bananas. So here I have used again two different expressions or phrases. They are cheaper than. Similarly, they are more expensive than. More expensive than. He is as tall as his brother. She is not so tall as his brother. You see, again two different comparisons. Imagine there are two brothers and one sister in the family, and when we compare the height of the two brothers, assume that these two are brothers and the names of the brothers are Sunil and Anil. Imagine Sunil is the elder brother, Anil is the younger brother. When we compare the height of these two brothers, we say Anil is as tall as Sunil. They both are of equal height. Imagine their sister, and her name is, say, Anita. Anita is the name of the sister. Anita is not as tall or not so tall as her brothers. Her two brothers are taller than Anita. They are taller than Anita. Anita is not so tall as her two brothers. So when we are making a positive comparison, we are using the expression as followed by as. When we are speaking or using a negative expression, we are using the phrase so as. Anil is as tall as his brother. Positive expression. Negative expression, Anita is not so tall as her two brothers. Negative expression. Try to remember these things and try to use them in your day-to-day communication, day-to-day interaction. Right. Now, imagine we have two bracelets. I mean to say bracelets that we wear. When you compare how beautiful or how cute the bracelets are, and when you want to say that one bracelet is prettier than the other bracelet, how do you say? You say this bracelet is more prettier, because the comparison of the adjective pretty, beautiful, is pretty, prettier, prettiest. So we take the comparative degree. In adjectives, we compare them under three rubrics, and the three rubrics are base, comparative, superlative. So pretty is base, prettier is comparative, prettiest is superlative. So when you are comparing the beauty, the good looking appearance of the two bracelets, you say this bracelet is more prettier than the other bracelet. More prettier. Right? So for all these comparisons, we need to check the comparative degree. He is taller than his brother. He is more intelligent, like more prettier, more intelligent than his brother. She is not so shy as his brother. His brother is very shy. He doesn't mingle easily. He doesn't gel well with people easily. You see, this is again a new expression. You can use it again. Gel well. So when you say gel well, we are talking about mingling with people, interacting with people. So use it. Remember the phrase, use it as a new expression when you meet people. How best can you gel well with others, with maybe friends or with neighbors, with relatives, with people to whom you are introduced to, the gel well, right? So these are some of the expressions. She is not so shy as her brother. She is not so shy as her brother. So for negative, I am using so as, and for positive, I am using as. Remember, and cheaper than, expensive than, okay, as durable as, all these are very useful when you make comparisons, when you compare two things, two people, two individuals. These adjectives, these expressions will be very useful, very helpful, right? Okay, we have so far seen how to compare two different things or two different individuals. Now we are going to look at some of the new expressions that we can use in our spoken as well as written communication. Observe carefully. I did not get a wink of sleep, or I did not sleep a wink. You see, when you talk about peaceful sleep, comfortable sleep, without any disturbances or hindrances, right? We use this kind of expression. So when I say a wink of sleep or sleep a wink, I'm trying to say that I did not sleep at all. The whole night I could not sleep. I did not get a wink of sleep, or I did not sleep a wink. We all know very well that sleep is very important for all of us. And without proper sleep, we are so, the health gets disturbed and we cannot function well the next day. Usually during sleep, the old cells are worn out and new cells are replaced in the place of old cells. That's the reason we feel so refreshed and recharged when we get up from bed. What happens when you actually go to sleep? Why is that we feel so recharged when we get up? The old worn out cells, the dead cells, are replaced by fresh and new cells, and that's the reason we are so recharged and refreshed and rejuvenated when we get up from our bed. So when we say I did not get a wink of sleep, that means I could not sleep the whole night. It was very disturbing because of the brawl outside. Brawl, B-R-A-W-L. The meaning of brawl is a noisy fight. A noisy fight. The fight was so disturbing. They were shouting, they were fighting, they were disturbing the whole night, and hence I did not get a wink of sleep, or I did not sleep a wink. Right? So remember this. When you talk about peaceful sleep, you can use the word I did not sleep a wink. I did not get a wink of sleep. It was so disturbing. Brawl is a new expression which you can remember, and the meaning of brawl is a noisy fight, a loud fight, which is very disturbing, where people shout, they fight, right? Okay. The other expression that I would like to introduce today is, it is count on me. You can count on me in the time of trouble, meaning you can rely on me, you can depend on me. You can depend on me. I am dependable. We had one cricketer by name Rahul Dravid in Indian cricket team. His name is Mr. Dependable. So in times of trouble, in times of crisis, the team looks up to him for stable batting, for stable the building of innings, the way he builds the innings. He was popularly known as Mr. Dependable. Similarly, you can count on me in times of trouble, in times of crisis. I am dependable. You can depend on me. You can rely on me. You can trust me. You can trust me. You can take me into confidence. Take me into confidence. So count on me in times of trouble. Count on me in case you need any help. Meaning, I am always there to help you, to support you. Do not forget that I am there. Okay? That's the meaning of the expression, you can count on me. Remember these, use it. Right. So these are the new expressions that I wanted to introduce. Now I'm going to introduce some of the correct English usage expressions. That means usually these expressions are used wrongly. Wrongly. So how to use them correctly? What are the mistakes in the usage of these expressions? Let us see correct English usage or correct English expressions. The first one is, my brother lives in abroad. My brother lives in abroad. This context we might have observed several times, people talking about it. The meaning of abroad here is somewhere in a different country, maybe in US or UK, in a different foreign country. So abroad, the noun is not preceded by, it doesn't take any preposition such as in or at. You need not use any of these prepositions before this abroad. You can simply say, my brother lives abroad, meaning my brother lives in a foreign country. He lives in US, he lives in UK, United Kingdom, United States of America, whatever. But do not use any preposition before the word abroad. Never say my brother lives in abroad or at abroad. Simply say my brother lives abroad, my sister lives abroad. So this is one correct expression that I wanted to introduce today. The other one is, his mother-in-law, imagine, his mother-in-law expired yesterday. When you want to inform the death of someone, it is better not to use the word expired. It may not be very formal or may not be very correct to use the word expire. Instead, you can use the word passed away. His mother-in-law passed away yesterday. So passed away is a better expression than that of expired. So never ever say his uncle expired, his friend expired, his auntie expired. Rather, it would be better if you say his uncle passed away, his auntie passed away, his friend passed away, whatever, whoever. Right? So try to remember them. I'm trying to introduce as correct correct English usage expressions as possible. Now it is your job to recall the context, retain the text and reproduce it in the times of need, when you actually use them, when you meet people, when you talk about these different kinds of contexts, references and situations. Right, fine. So we have so far seen, we began with making comparisons. We went to some of the new expressions such as did not get a wink of sleep, and we have also seen a new word, that is brawl, which is a noisy fight or a loud fight. We have seen two common mistakes that are committed in day-to-day life, that is my brother lives abroad, it is not lives in abroad. Similarly, passed away, not expired. Any other common error that we can think? Any other common error? We usually say the third thing, my brother-in-laws are coming, they are coming for dinner. My brother-in-laws are coming for dinner tonight. So when you say the word, when you use the word brother-in-laws, it is never said as brother-in-laws. It is all, the plural of brother-in-law is brothers-in-law. My brothers-in-law are coming for dinner tonight. Never say my brother-in-laws are coming for dinner tonight. Similarly, it is never mother-in-laws, mothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, fathers-in-law, daughters-in-law, sons-in-law. It is not son-in-laws. Yeah, at times we say we went to our in-laws' place. That is okay, that is fine, acceptable. But when you actually name those people, the plural yes is used with the first root word, that is brothers, not brother-in-laws. My brothers-in-law are coming for dinner tonight. Remember this word in your usage. Fine. So, dear viewers, we have seen several expressions today, several new things we have learned today. Always remember, language is practice. The more, the merrier. So when you practice this, all these expressions are saved in the long-term memory. I always use the word use it or lose it. When you use it more, these words, these correct grammatical expressions, the correct prepositions are saved in the long-term memory. When you use it rarely, or when you use it not very frequently, there are chances of forgetting these expressions. There are chances of forgetting these correct phrases. So use them as much as you can. Enjoy speaking fluent English and win the world, win the hearts. Thank you for watching.